what really blew my mind was with the story that you told me about, row, row, row your boat.
Ah, the question came up. The question came up. How do you, and it's the same question you asked today, really.
Mm-hmm.
You've got all these people that say this is wrong or this is not the path or what have you. How do you maintain your sanity and how do you maintain the joy in your heart when everything else is going wrong? And we talked a little bit about an experience I had in the early 70s, stepping out of a bar in the middle of Louisville, Kentucky into a riot. All these people going. And how do you get out of a riot? Doors closed behind you, you are thrust into it. How do you get out of it? And very much a lot of people today feel like they're in the middle of a riot. There's this overwhelming number of people that are headed down a path that you don't necessarily want to be a party to. Is that a fair enough assessment of
Oh yeah,
the framing of the question that you gave me there?
yeah.
And I shared something that not original from me. This did not come from me, and I wish I could remember who it was. Um, Having been a management trainer and for the preponderance of my life, I go to as many seminars and webinars now as I possibly can because you can spend a couple $1,000s and go to a weekend retreat, and it only takes one thing to make a significant change in your life. And this was um, a vehicle that was given to me to find a little bit of joy in your life in the midst of apparent panic. And it's a children's song, and we've been singing this song forever. You guys all know it. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And then you start singing it over. And then somebody else joins in, but at a different point in the song, don't they? So I think they call this a round. And if you have 20 people and you end up with 20 different versions of the same song going on, it's funny, but eventually you will all end up ending the song on the same note at the same time, no matter where you jumped in, no matter where it came out. So that in itself is quite a but the song
Mm-hmm.
itself, row, row, row. Don't talk about a power motor, talking about rowing. So do the work, use your muscles, get the skill set to row, row, row your boat. Not mine, not Mike's, not anybody else's. Row, row, row your boat. How? Gently. Not flashing around, not thrashing, not taking your hostility and your anger and try to power through all this. Gently down the stream. If you've ever tried to row your boat upstream, you'll know the advantage of going with the flow. Because
Yeah.
if you're going with the flow, you can steer. You can put a little bit more energy on one side or the other and steer towards the bank to get out of the riot, to hide in the tules if you want to find that solid piece of land that you can stand on. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you turn that boat around and try to swim against it, you might as well step into that riot, hold up your hands and say, no, 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 this is wrong, and try to stop the throng of people headed down the stream. You're not going to do it. There's no advantage to it. You're not going to change their mind. Gently down the stream. How? Merrily. You have to have some joy in your life, in what you're doing, not for your goal, not for the toolies you're headed for, not for that solid land you're headed for. In the moment, right now, you need to know joy because you may not have another moment. This could be your last. And how do you want to go out? Full of angst, full of tension, full of anger, full of hate? Merrily. How merrily? Pretty merrily. Merrily, 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 merrily. 4 times. More than anything else in the song, merrily is where the power comes to you. Why? Life has been a dream. The past is over. You can't do anything about it. The future is a hope. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So the exercise is whenever you're feeling that angst, that tension, that frustration, that hopelessness, that helplessness to make a difference in your life. Sing to yourself. Sing to yourself. Silly as it sounds. And you know what? If you do it out loud, others will join. And you'll all end up on the same note at the same time. Feeling that empowerment that is given to you by doing everything you can. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a
But
dream.
a dream. And with that, Worshipful, well.
Children do have a lot of the answers, and we've
They
given them
really
to
do.
them.
Yes, we have.
Just ask what they are.
Right.
Thank you, Mike. I enjoyed the time.
I enjoyed it too, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Good night.
Good night.